Do you remember how incredible it felt to wake up every morning next to the man of your dreams, knowing there was no one else in the world he'd rather be with? Wouldn't you be willing to do almost anything to get that feeling back? I'm Brad Browning, and in the next 9 minutes, I'm going to reveal 3 covert psychological tactics that will make him fall deeply in love with you again, even if he completely ignores you now and swore on his life that he'd never get back together with you. Once you learn how easy it is to use these techniques on him, you'll be able to rewire his feelings and reignite his passion for you. You'll be able to plant a seed of devotion deep in your ex's mind, creating a sense of intense desire for you and only you. He'll be compelled to call you, text you nonstop, and beg to be with you again, thinking it was his idea in the first place. If you accept his apologies and agree to give him another shot, it'll be a matter of minutes before he's wrapping his arms around you, ready to commit like he never was before. And this time, you and your boyfriend can get it right from the beginning. This time you can finally feel like a real couple without the fighting and jealousy that plagued your old relationship. You can build a deep, devoted bond with this man and make sure that this is the last breakup you'll ever have to endure. This might sound impossible to you right now, but I promise that if you follow my advice and do exactly as I say, you'll be amazed at how quickly he becomes obsessed with the idea of being with you. And he'll be whispering in your ear those words you thought he'd never say again. I miss you, I need you, I can't live without you. Now I have to warn you, you only have a limited window of opportunity to apply what I'm about to teach you. And the sooner you apply my techniques, the better. So pay close attention to this presentation because this might be the most important 10 minutes of your life. I don't know exactly how your breakup went down, but I'm guessing it was something similar to what happened when you were lonely and stayed by your side, even when you were at your worst. When this man finally wraps his arms around you, you'll feel safe and secure knowing that you'll never, ever lose him again. Look, I know this probably sounds pretty far-fetched from where you're sitting right now, but here's the thing. As soon as you learn how to bypass your ex-boyfriend's rational side, you can manipulate him to the point where he does a 180-degree turn and won't stop chasing you until he's got you in his arms, eager to spend a lifetime together. He'll be steaming mad at himself for not appreciating you more when you were still a couple, for foolishly thinking that life could be better without you. You see, men are actually a lot more emotionally driven than you think, and you can use his emotions to gain an unfair advantage. So far, you've only been talking to the left side of his brain, the rational, logical side. But no amount of logic and reasoning is going to compel your boyfriend to fall in love with you again. What you actually need to do is engage with the emotional center of his brain, the right side of his brain, because this is where those emotional hot buttons are located. Pushing these emotional hot buttons will literally render your ex powerless, and he'll be forced to respond. Because this happens on a subconscious level, he won't be able to fight his feelings for you. And the key to engaging with the emotional center of his brain is a little thing called oxytocin, a natural hormone produced in the brain's hypothalamus that generates intense emotions like love, passion, and sexual desire. I'll teach you key phrases that you can say to him right now that will make his brain produce wave upon wave of oxytocin. Eventually, he'll have to cave into his desires, regardless of what he knows is the right thing to do. That's the real beauty of my methods and the secret sauce to my program. I'll show you how to breeze straight past his warning systems and natural urges to resist your advances. He'll be pinning you against your bedroom wall, gazing at you with that look he used to give you, and kissing you like you're the last girl he'll ever kiss. Before I tell you how to turn this into a reality for you, you need to understand 3 critical facts that most women will never know about breakups. Fact number 1, your ex lied to you. After a breakup, men usually say things like, I just need some time alone, or I'm just not ready for a serious relationship right now. But these lies just act as a cover for the real reason why he broke up with you. You need to decode the male psyche and cut past the deception to reveal the primal emotional reason why your relationship ended, and fix it before it's too late. Fact number 2, you're going to have to accept that your old relationship is gone and you can't have it back. And that's actually a good thing because your old relationship was destined to fail anyway. After all, if it was going so well, then why did you break up? What you need to do is start a new relationship, a relationship that's healthy, devoted, one that will stand the test of time, making this breakup the last breakup you'll ever have to suffer through. Fact number 3. In order to win back your ex-boyfriend and establish a healthy new relationship, you need to erase all of the negative memories and thoughts he has of you and replace them with positive ones. You need to tap into his primal masculine feelings and plant the seeds of passion, romance, and sexuality so that he can't imagine himself with anyone else. These facts are important because they're the foundation of my system. Remember the covert psychology tactics I talked about at the beginning of this video? I call this 3-step process my 3R system: recovery, rekindling, and reattraction. In the recovery phase, I'll teach you how to remold your ex's mental image of you. Without any real work on your part, You'll feed him a constant stream of vivid, passionate, positive memories and force him to relive them again and again. You'll suppress his negative memories and make him focus on the intimate experiences he enjoyed when your relationship was still in that magical phase. If employed correctly, he'll be highly susceptible to the covert psychological attacks that you'll execute next. This form of psychological inception will turn the situation upside down, stirring up strong feelings of self-doubt in your ex's mind and causing him to second-guess the decision to break up. In the rekindling phase, you'll learn exactly what to say to open a line of direct communication to his brain's emotional center. If you do this correctly, you'll be able to plant a seed of desire deep inside his mind so powerful he'll feel that he needs to talk to you, to be around you. And finally, in the reattraction phase, you'll be the one in total control. You'll give him the opportunity to act on the emotions and urges you've created in the first two phases. I'll show you a few simple seduction techniques that will help seal the deal and put him on lockdown. When he thinks about the future, he'll envision you by his side, and he'll be fighting tooth and nail to make that a reality. All you have to do is say yes. So now you're probably thinking, okay, Brad, these tactics are extremely powerful and I get that, but how do I get started? Allow me to introduce what I've been working on like crazy for the past 4 years. I call this simple step-by-step system the X Factor Guide. This is a system that I've poured my blood, sweat, and tears into that teaches women exactly what to do, leaving no stone unturned. This comprehensive system is my pride and joy. It's an idiot-proof program that I've been tweaking and perfecting constantly. Now, this isn't rocket science, but what I can tell you for certain is that you definitely haven't read or heard much of the stuff I reveal in my program. Sure, maybe you've seen some of the tips regurgitated elsewhere on the internet, but most of it will be new to you. Here's a few examples of what you'll learn. The 4-sentence clean slate email template that you can copy and paste and send to your ex-boyfriend right now that will help undo any damage you've already done since the breakup. How simply not contacting your ex, like many people suggest, is totally useless and guaranteed to fail unless you set the stage first by using my magnetic attraction technique. How memorizing 3 simple sentences will prepare you to take advantage of any encounter with your ex, ensuring you'll never be caught off guard or left wondering what to say. How trying to make your ex jealous is incredibly risky and likely to backfire unless you use my foolproof covert jealousy tactic. The 3 simple text messages that you can send him right now that will tell him exactly how you feel without making you look needy and without revealing your true intentions. Do this right and he'll feel an overbearing sense of regret. Why you should almost never say sorry to your ex, even if you think you've done something wrong. How saying my 6 magic words will make him stop fantasizing about any other women and ignite his primal desire to satisfy only you. Why all men possess masculine instincts that drive them to seek commitment the same way women do. And how to use this instinct to make him see you as wife material. How to create a sense of mystery that will spark your ex's curiosity to the point where he feels compelled to reach out and contact you, even if he promised himself he wouldn't. Why your ex's friends are one of the best tools you have at your disposal, and how to get them on your side without your ex ever finding out. As I already mentioned, all of this stuff has been proven effective by the thousands of women I've worked with over the past few years. Take Danielle Walker, for example. Danielle started using my system a month ago, and last weekend she emailed me this update. Danielle says, "Hi Brad, I just wanted to email to say that I can't believe it worked. I'll admit, when I first watched your video, I thought it was just too good to be true, and I really thought that I had no chance. My boyfriend had broken up with me about 6.5 months ago, and despite my best efforts to win him back into my life, he continued ignoring me and was acting really distant. It was so hard for me to cope that I decided to seek help, and that's when I discovered your site and decided to try your program. Well, just 3 days after I started using your stuff, my boyfriend began sending me cute messages. I think he was quite moved by what I was saying to him. And then, out of the blue, a week later, he actually asked me out for a drink to talk things over. The rest is history, and I couldn't have done it without your guidance. Thank you, Brad. Thank you." I love hearing stories like Danielle's, and thankfully I do get emails like that regularly from women who have used the X Factor system. Things don't always turn around as quickly as they did for Danielle, but if you follow my advice to the letter like she did, the end result is usually the same. Here's another voicemail I received last week from Patricia. I'd actually never talked to Patricia before she called and left this message, but as you'll hear, she started following the 3-hour system about 6 weeks ago and seems pretty happy with the way things panned out.
Hey Brad, my name is Patricia. I'm calling from LA. You may remember me. I emailed you a few months back. Anyway, I was just calling to personally thank you so much for the program. I was so skeptical when I ordered the program. My boyfriend and I, we had been broken up for months, and we lived in different cities, and I just thought there wasn't really going to be any hope But after just 2 weeks, my boyfriend began telling me how much he really missed me. It was nice to actually tell him how much he meant to me. Anyways, your system worked, Brad. It worked, and I'm not sure I'll ever be able to repay you enough. So thanks again so much. Bye for now.
Am I absolutely certain that my system will instantly solve all your problems? Of course not.